team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteers offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Stumbled to the ground.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down. The ball squirts free. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. The Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
If you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll run play action. Almost had the completion, just missed it. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
Wide out in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is... It's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab near the marker, it's Tate. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Scott. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Fast motion from the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the handoff. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long.
On the set. They'll go to the air on third and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Ibuka. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Keeps looking downfield. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. Feeling some heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads it left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Vols have it with a first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got it down the middle. He get it down to the 35, before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Ball in plus territory, 1st and 10, under a minute to go. We might get a touchdown before halftime. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Starts to scramble to the left. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Got his man downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. He'll set up to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The quick out, and they get him down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, Reese. A first half spent in paradise, and in many ways, this Bahamas Bowl has lived up to expectations. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The give to the tailback. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Release to the back. It's complete on the right side. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. It's as if the end zone has a no trespassing sign on it, but here a chance to score the first touchdown of the game. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw, trying to get to him. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the big Big Orange offense on the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Vols decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll throw it on 1st down. Dances away from the heat. He'll try to do it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up. You feel real.
And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
two-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tate. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the misfire, it's second down. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to escape and get it himself. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fires to the middle. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. He's got it. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to scramble. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incomplete.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. 1-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
You got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Volunteers! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Can't find his man in the end zone. The 2-point attempt is no good, and they'll try to hang on to this lead in the final seconds. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To throw, it's Howard. Fires one high and deep. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the double?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to beautiful Nassau, Bahamas, for what is an annual tradition, the Bahamas Bowl. Kickoff team on the field ready to start this postseason classic. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas Longhorns offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, just jogging on. What's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry. Old school Clemson, great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. He finds his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a draw. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Williams. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Clemson's offense will go to work for the 1st time. And if these 2 guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Finds the tight end. Makes a catch and knocked down.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, 1st drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And he goes out of bounds, and he is short of the 1st down marker. I think he just lost track of where he was. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. Wide receiver shows motion. Takes the handoff. It's Blue. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
It would have been a 54-yarder if they'd tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking left. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Grinding Stool. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Williams. He gets a block. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Klubnik. Going for it all. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Blue. Oh, it's loose. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Escapes trouble. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Running it back, it's Williams. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Throws for the tight end. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks. This quarterback doesn't know where to throw the ball.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Makes the grab down the middle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Wide open, he makes the catch. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Now improvising. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, Reese. A first half spent in paradise, and in many ways, this Bahamas Bowl has lived up to expectations. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Bahamas Bowl.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. And here comes the offense on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here comes the Texas offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can...
All kinds of running room. He's at the 40. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They're going to run it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. He's looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns! And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds a man in the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. To the air, it's Klubnik. Swings it out to his running back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now this year.
On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Williams.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick strike complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Just not able to to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets enough. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. And the D deny them on second and goal. Takes the handoff. It's Maffa. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Hard-hitting tackle. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
All right, fourth and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on fourth down. Just
touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here in the fourth.
What a great game. Tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Back to pass, it's Ewers. Right on target this time. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They keep attacking through the air. Grab near the sticks, it's Blue. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll throw it on first down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab. It's Golden. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Slams ahead. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's sacked.
possession, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
They'll run it to the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.